Well, welcome to the 700 Club. The latest news out of Israel. If it jeopardizes Israel's security, then no deal. That's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's unwavering stand as ceasefire talks drag on. The sticking point involves a strategic area of land that Hamas could use to bring weapons back into Gaza.
Meanwhile, negotiations for the hostages continue, and Israel is still being attacked by Palestinian terrorists and Hezbollah in the north. Chris Mitchell brings us the story from Jerusalem.
Even though it says a deal is close, the White House admits Hamas's terror tactic of threatening to execute more hostages and having just killed 6 last week is pressuring negotiators to seal a ceasefire deal, while at the same time making it harder to engage in talks with Hamas.
And absolutely created a sense of even greater urgency to get the deal. It also underscores how difficult it is to negotiate with a guy like Mr. Sinwar.
Despite an administration denial, Israel says a possible hostage deal revolves around the fate of the Philadelphi Corridor, which Hamas can use to smuggle weapons into Gaza and threaten Israel again. At his press conference this week, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said control of this strategic land is crucial to achieving the goals of Israel's war to defeat Hamas.
You want to destroy Hamas's military and governing capabilities, you can't let Hamas rearm. It's obvious. So you have to control the corridor.
Netanyahu says letting Hamas control the corridor again is an invitation to another October 7th.
So people said, yeah, but if you stay, this will kill the deal. And I say, such a deal will kill us.
Netanyahu says control of the corridor is also vital to prevent Hamas from smuggling the hostages out of Gaza. Reportedly, Hamas leader Yahya Sinwar planned to use the tunnels along the corridor to leave Gaza with the hostages and flee to Iran. Tens of thousands of Israelis have taken to the streets to pressure Netanyahu to accept a deal that would give up control of the corridor and release the hostages. Columnist Melanie Phillips noted despite the thousands on the streets, most Israelis get this. In one opinion poll, 79% agreed that Israel needed to control the Philadelphi permanently to prevent weapon smugglings from Egypt to Gaza. And even as the Biden administration pushes Israel for a ceasefire deal, Netanyahu points out that Israel has accepted U.S. proposal 3 times already this year, but Hamas has rejected them. Amid the talks for a deal, Israel's warfare goes on as the IDF takes out more Palestinian terrorists, while also being hit with more than 1,300 rockets from Hezbollah in August alone, the most since October 7th. Still, for now, the focus is on the hostage talks and the murder of those 6 captives. In Jerusalem, hundreds of Israelis came to sit Shiva, the traditional Jewish 7 days of mourning, with Rachel and Joan Goldberg Poland. Some waiting for hours just to sit for a few moments with the grieving parents, whose son, Israeli-American Hirsch, was murdered by Hamas, along with 5 other Israelis.
That was a body blow, which has affected my neighborhood since one of the hostages, Hirsch, Goldberg Poland, is from our neighborhood. But all of Israel suffers from this. And our friends suffer from this, and our friends are praying with us, which we appreciate.
Chris Mitchell, CBN News, Jerusalem.
Well, we stand with Israel on this. The pressure should be entirely upon Hamas, and the pressure should also be on all the countries that are supporting Hamas, and whether that's Qatar or Iran. Or I don't understand Egypt allowing weapons to be smuggled into Gaza, and clearly they've been allowing that for many years. I don't understand the UN supporting Hamas through UNRWA, having Hamas terrorists on their very salary, the very people that were part of October 7th. Some of them were salaried employees of UNRWA. All of these things need to stop, and we need to stop funding it. We need to stop appeasing it. We need to be very firm until Hamas unconditionally surrenders and releases all the hostages. There will not be peace in Gaza.